Welcome to your self-love tip number 4. They're really processes, aren't they, instead of tips? That's all right. Today's it's amusing, but I really want you to do it. And it is for times when you're looking in the mirror and you're seeing all the things that you wish were different in this particular way. If you're in your teens and early 20s right now and you're watching this, this may not be super meaningful to you. But if you are in your probably your third or fourth or fifth or sixth or seventh decade, then this will probably be more meaningful to you. Do you notice that we have a tendency when we look in the mirror, when there's something that we don't like, it's easy to look backwards about 20 years or even 10 and be like, oh, I liked it so much better then. And I'm not making fun of this, actually. It's an insidious thing we do in our culture, and it is draining for our beautiful selves. So what we're going to do this week is, instead of looking at us going, 10 or 20 years ago that way, when I was younger or stronger, I liked it so much better. On purpose, what we're going to do next time we look in the mirror is we are going to look forward 10 to 20. Let's go 20 years. Because what I promise you is that there is a very good chance that 20 years from now, you would be looking back on the you of today going, I was all that. Some of the things we do this about us, the things we disapprove of, the things we're not thrilled with, is I'm heavier than I want to be. I'm flabbier than I want to be. I'm wrinklier than I want to be. I'm grayer than I want to be. Weaker, not as strong. I guess that goes with flabby. Okay. Watch the difference in this. So let's say I'm looking and I'm like, ew, what is this? Oh my gosh, there's lots and lots of wrinkly things. Look at all the gray. Oh, and then just weight, just extra weight. Okay. When I look in the mirror and I compare myself to 10 or 20 years ago, it's very easy to, no matter what we see, to be disappointed or disapproving or be drained by it. But the cool thing is, and remember, if you watched, the self-love tip, the first one, and we're always going to come back to it, which is, gang, it's just a choice. I don't have to just go with a thought or feeling, whatever sort of occurs to me, like, oh, I can't help it. So truly, and it's funny and it's amusing, but it's powerful. So now if I'm looking in the mirror, stop that. So now if I'm looking in the mirror and I those things, flabby, wrinkly, gray, heavier. Okay. So when I look back, it's absolutely true that I had less gray hair. I probably had less wrinkles. I was clearly not flabby or, in this area. Heavier, maybe, maybe I just keep putting on a few extra pounds. Okay. Take a breath. And now what I truly for real want you to do is imagine looking 10 to 20 years forward instead of backwards. As I'm recording this, I am in my 50th decade. Past midway. So do this with me. Come on, really. Are you 30? Make yourself 50. Are you 42? Make yourself 62. 76. Now look back on you of right now. Do it with me. You're 20 years further. And now look back on this beautiful being right here. This beautiful being right here. I promise there's a very good chance that when I'm 76, if I saw this, I'm going to go, this looks good. Ooh, look at all the red still left. Aw, yeah, wow. What I want you to do this week is decide, because it's a choice, to be so grateful for this awesome body that you have to tool around in. It is an awesome body to tool around in. And I've said this before. I heard a physician long ago say that, gang, if we're breathing, there's a lot more right with our body than wrong with it. So choose to be grateful about this awesome body that you have. It lets you touch, it lets you smell things, you can see things, you can communicate with the humans and four-leggers that are meaningful to you. You could go do your spiritual, you can do your work in the world. Decide to be grateful for it. And one way to do that, when I go, I don't like this and I don't like this, is look forward to 20 years. And when I look at that girl at 76, I'm going to be like, I looked really, I looked really good. And let that be an okay choice to make. Let it be playful. Lighten up about it. I love your body. I love my body. Decide to love your body. We have these beautiful vehicles that we can interact with each other with. Let's all of us today decide to be grateful for it. And if you need a perspective changer, self-love tip number 4 is to look 10 to 20 years further and then look back on this thing that's right now and go, I'm doing really well. I'll see you in another self-love tip.